from Toronto, Ontario, Canada.
I'm a middle-aged balding Korean guy, and if I can stay consistent with video, so can you. Hi everyone, my name is Stephen Kim, broker and team lead of the Stephen Kim Group with Royal LePage, and I'm super excited and honored to be showing you how to go from first video to video first. Now, a little bit about me. I've been licensed as a full-time realtor for less than 2 years, was a full-time elementary school teacher for almost 17 years, and this past year I personally closed 49 deals of a volume of just over 28 million and a total GCI of just over $727,000. And last year I put out 458 different videos across all my social media platforms. Today, I'm gonna share with you the 4 steps you need to implement to be well on your way with your video journey. And those 4 steps are: number 1, mindset; number 2, content; number 3, consistency; and number 4, the capacity to create. And these 4 steps are deeply rooted in the most common pain points I hear from almost every single agent when it comes to their video journey. And what are said pain points? Number 1, I don't like how I look or sound. It's all about the mindset. Number 2, I don't even know what to talk about. I don't even know who I am. Lacking content. Number 3, I don't have enough time. Remind you of anyone? Consistency and organization. And number 4, I'm not tech savvy. The capacity to create. Now, let's start off with mindset. And if you're okay, I want to spend a little bit of time here to get you mentally prepared to start filming your videos. Now, with mindset, I want you to hear this. Change your perception to change your outcome. I'll say it again. Change your perception to change your outcome. Let's take a look at the word fear. Fear is actually an acronym that stands for 2 things: face everything and run, or face everything and rise. Which way are you going to lean with your video journey? How many of you watching right now are parents? And let me ask you, when you were trying to get your daughter or son to walk for the very first time, how many actually started walking for the very first time on the very first try? 0, zilch, none of them. What did you do? Did you throw in the towel and admit that your son or daughter would never walk again? No, you got up the very next day and you tried and you tried and you tried until you had your child walking. Now, what I'm asking is that you take that same level of resilience and dedication that you had with having your child walk as you do with your video journey, and I promise you, you'll be well on your way with your video journey. And by the way, your video journey never ends, but it evolves the more comfortable and confident you get with video. And if you don't believe me, go check out Steve Kim Show number 1, super cringeworthy. Now, with mindset, you really have 2 options, either a fixed mindset or a growth mindset. If you're someone with a fixed mindset, you might have caught yourself saying this: I can't, it's too hard. Now look, I'm not winning people over on my looks, but what if I approach my video journey in some other way that provides value to people? Trust me, people will find value in your passions and interests far more than your realtor life. So what are your passions? Reading, writing, painting, singing, cooking, dancing, whatever. But Steve, people won't care what I'm saying, or I'm afraid that people will judge me and it'll look like I'm just showing off. Great, that's exactly what I want people to do. I want people to judge me based on the value I'm trying to provide so that I become your agent of choice. And if not, then great, because I only really want to work with clients who are attracted to my vibe. Now do me a favor and write down these 3 words. Did you know? I'll say it again. Did you know? Every single one of my videos centers around these 3 words. Did you know? Not one single video is about, hey, look at me. Now, here are 2 tips that I use to work on my mindset. Number 1, spend at least 5 to 10 minutes every single morning writing in your gratitude journal. And when I talk about gratitude, a lot of people automatically start thinking of deep and existential thoughts. Remember, it can be as easy as this. Number 1, I was super grateful for how inviting my pillow was last night. Number 2, I'm super grateful for Skip the Dishes. Now, the second thing that you can do to start working on your mindset is watch something motivational every single morning, like Tom's Mindset Mondays, or some of my personal favorite YouTube channels, Motiversary, Law of Attraction Coaching, or Motivation Hub. Now, let's move on to step 2 of your video journey, content. I don't know what to talk about. I don't even know who I am. Now, your goal with your content is to become a trusted brand. And how do you go about doing that? Use the 80-20 rule, where 80% of your content is about the real you. You know, your likes, your passions, your interests, etc. And the other 20% is the professional you. You know, that glamorous hashtag realtor life. When playing with the 80%, all I'm trying to do is to show you the real me and in turn break the sea of sameness among other realtors whose complete social media marketing campaign looks like this: coming soon, just listed, just sold, so on and so on. Remind you of anyone? Now, showing the real me has allowed for people to connect with me easier and on a completely different level, which has allowed for them to trust me at a much quicker rate. Now, a couple of years ago, Tom had shared at Summit a couple of my videos and used this formula to present them: frequency, Familiarity, authenticity plus relevancy equals trust. And trust is the name of the game. And out of all 3 videos, can you guess how many of those videos Tom chose were actually of the professional me? 0, none. Showcasing your personal side using video will humanize you in a much more authentic way. Now let me share with you some content you can absolutely start producing right now. Number 1, I use a Home Tip Tuesday. And I'm actually going to give you 52 topics for home tips, and I'm going to share them on the Elite Facebook page. Now, we preview hundreds, if not thousands of properties every single year. And if you see something interesting or something that would provide value for other buyers, sellers, or the general public, share it. It's as easy as pulling out your phone and hitting record. The second piece of content you may want to start producing is a vlog or behind the scenes. Look, the general public think we are glorified door openers and sign installers who are massively overpaid. Show them your value by showing them step by step how you get a listing ready, how you could coordinate with all the other services and team members to get that listing ready before it comes to market. Show them how you used to conduct open houses and now how you've had to pivot due to the current climate, and you're now conducting virtual open houses. And in doing so, you're going to keep more of your commission. Look, of all the listing appointments I went on in 2020 that came directly through my videos on social media, do you know what the most commonly asked question was? No, it wasn't, Steve, will you reduce your commission? It was, Steve, what video do you have envisioned for our property? And not a single question ever revolved around commission because they saw the value. And what I realized walking into listing appointments into 2020 wasn't that I was a broker, but that people had me there because they saw me as a video/social media marketing specialist. How crazy is that? Now, the third piece of content could be a Foodie Friday. Look, I love to eat, and let's be real here. We all lead somewhat of a mobile life, and as a realtor, we get to see so many wonderful neighborhoods and incredible restaurants. And since I love food and love trying different cuisines, I wanted to document all of the incredible places I go to, number 1, to satisfy my appetite because I'm hungry, and number 2, to promote a local business without any expectation of anything in return. Imagine turning into the local area expert just because you know where to go for poutine. Look it up, it's delicious. Trust me, you'll have clients asking you for recommendations on where to go to eat. And guess who just stayed top of mind? Wink. Now, my Foodie Friday posts are the ones that receive the most likes, comments, shares, you name it. Actually, that's a lie. The ones of my beautiful wife and my beautiful children are the ones that absolutely crush my social media content. Now, the fourth piece of content is have a real estate show. The best way I've become the knowledge broker in my area is largely due to the fact that I have a weekly Toronto real estate show called #SteveKim Show, which is essentially me just giving people a recap of the market stats. Now, doing this keeps you relevant and makes you better prepared to answer this question when you get it. How's the market? Now, the 4 things that you should include in your real estate show. Number 1, the average price of homes selling in your market broken up by housing types, detached, row homes, condos, etc. The second piece of information should be number of solds versus active listings month over month or even year over year in that particular neighborhood. Now, the third piece of content is months of inventory, all about supply and demand. And we know that this is one of the greatest determinants of price. And the fourth thing that you should highlight is month over month and year over year pricing trends. And the fifth piece of content that you could start putting out on your video journey are client testimonials. And like Jason Pantana calls it, social proof. And if you don't like talking about yourself, great, have your clients do it for you. And here are 4 questions we should be asking our clients when they say yes to doing a video testimonial. Number 1, what fears did you have about buying or selling your home? Number 2, what process did you use to select me or the agent you wanted to work with? Number 3, what did I do differently? And number 4, why would you recommend me? Now, moving on to step 3 of your video journey, it's all about consistency, how to stay consistent. Number 1, it must exist in your schedule. And like Tom always says, if it doesn't exist in your schedule, and you know how that goes, you must absolutely time block for filming video every single week. My time block for filming video is Mondays from 10:30 to 1 every single week, no matter what. And everyone knows they can never get a hold of me during that time. Now, one of the most important keys to staying consistent with your video journey is ensuring that you stay ahead at least 1 month at all time. And you say, what, Steve, staying ahead 1 month with video? Are you crazy? Let's break it down. If you're gonna do 1 video a week, that's 4 videos a month. And guess what? You have time to do 4 videos a month. Just please make sure that they're not all real estate related. Now, Now, the second thing to stay consistent is have a content calendar, whether it's a physical whiteboard in your office or a digital program like Trello or Monday.com, which are there to really serve as a great tool to help keep you on track with the videos you have filmed, edited, and created the write-up for. And the two things that you need in your content calendar, number one, the actual days of the week. Get specific. Monday, January 18th, 2021. And the second thing that you need in your content calendar is the specific piece of content you want going out on that day. And not just calling it, the Foodie Friday, but the actual piece of content going out on the day with the write-up and hashtags all ready to go. Now, what I love about Trello is that you can create these monthly cards, and in there you can have all of your topics ready to go, separated by themes, days, or however else you'd like to organize it. And from there, you can actually move each card to do, doing, and done, or use some other system to ensure that you never skip a beat with filming and posting your videos. And the last thing that you need to stay consistent with your video is accountability. Use your coach or find an accountability partner in this incredible ecosystem. And now the fourth step I want to share with you to get you well on your way with your video journey is the capacity to create. Here I'm going to share with you some of my favorite apps when I started off my video journey. Number one, my Home Tip Tuesdays and my Foodie Fridays, I use an app called PhotoGrid. For my market reports, I use an app called Canva. I could create a stunning graphic and add a video right to it. For all my A and B roll edits, like my Foodie Fridays, I use an app called Adobe Rush. And now for all my green screen edits, I use a platform called Adobe Premiere Pro. Actually, my videographer absolutely crushes this program. And there you have it, the 4 steps you can use to go from first video to video first. And if we aren't already connected on social media, let's fix that right now. Like right now. And if you know me, I always end off every single one of my videos this way. As always, be great, be kind, everyone. Take care.